Welcome to Tokyo Alpha, the show where we talk about the Japanese NFT market, what's going on, what's selling, what's coming up, what you should know, what you should understand all about Japanese NFTs that come from Japan, and sometimes we talk a little bit about kind of Japan-inspired NFTs, but mainly we stick to the Japanese market. My name is Tony Vega. I'm the host of this show, but also NFT Nippon, which is the top-ranked Japanese language NFT podcast on Apple Podcast Japan. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, I've been in this for quite a while. And my co-host is the co-founder of the Japanese NFT group, Spam DAO, and he's also the project lead for the upcoming project Zeal Chain. So hey, crypto.
Hey, pleasure to be here.
Great. So I know you're still in Tokyo, so we got that. We don't have to ask you where you are. You're busy with Zeal Chain. But any updates, anything going on with that you can share, or nothing new right now?
Well, we've been building, and all I can say is we're not just a PFP project.
Nice. Okay. All right. So, I suspect there's more announcements to come then.
Yeah, we're gonna start giving out the whitelist starting today.
Oh, nice. All right. So, for anybody that's not aware, Zeal Chain, that's on Twitter, it's at ZIELCHAIN, and it's a project. Well, one of the most notable things about it is that the art is being handled by Yoshitaka Amano, who is known for being the artist of the Final Fantasy series. So that's something that personally interested me, and just been keeping an eye on the project because I think it's a pretty cool thing to be building this with Yoshitaka Amano.
Yep.
Yeah. So not sponsored, just interested. That's all.
Yeah, the new meta is starting. I think new meta is starting.
Yep. Go ahead, tell us, because I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, like I've been seeing like many Web2 company coming into Web3. So the Web2 backed NFT project is like might be the new meta. Like Momoguro is like backed by Disney, like animation studio, kinda. Like it's not directly Disney, but something similar, right? And the other project like the Six Town and all of that is like backed by Sony Music and all that, Yeah, new meta starting, I feel.
Yeah. I think we'll discuss that a little bit more in a moment with these new projects coming out. But yeah, in Japan especially, it's last year there were a few kind of companies trying to do things in the Web3 space, but I mean I don't think any of those projects really did that well.
Yeah.
But now they're starting to figure out how to do it better. And we're starting to see more and more of these projects come out of Japan that have some kind of close relationship with a Web2 company, or it's the company really handling it. I mean, the big project that really popped off was Den Dekaden. And then we've had a few other ones, a couple that have come out, and there's more coming. But let's get into. All right, so let's quickly discuss. Have you bought anything lately?
Yeah, I bought a few, but nothing significant.
Yeah. Same here. Like I did mint Mosquito Family or MosFam. I did get whitelist for that, so I minted one. And then I bought two off secondary. Right now the floor is quite low. It's in the 0.015 or whatever area. But like it keeps dipping and then it keeps going up. I think the non-Japanese traders are basically getting out, and they don't see they don't understand who the person is that's doing this, or what it is, so they're just getting out, and that's normal. But I think the Japanese community is going to stick around because the person doing this project is Kitagawa. He's a very well-known. I would say he's well-known in the space, especially in the CryptoNinja ecosystem. He's like the most knowledgeable lawyer about NFTs in Japan. Like some people have called him that because he's a lawyer, and like he's done seminars on law and NFT stuff, and he did a space with Ikehaya. So the CMP people know him. And I don't know. This is a deflationary project. It's like 12,000, but you have to mint like one mom dad. No, you have to burn one mom and one dad mosquito to get a baby mosquito, and then I think you get some special utility like a special channel or something like that. So that's all good to go, and they're just I don't know. I don't think they've announced exactly when the burn is going to start, but it just seemed like something that the Japanese community is more interested in the global community. And so, the non-Japanese people are going to get out, and the Japanese people are going to actually take part in the community, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah, sounds fun to me. NFT is all about having fun, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that he does have a unique angle to himself. I mean, personally, I'm not interested in this whole mosquito thing. It's kind of stupid, but he has a unique angle in that he's a lawyer, and that he's building this community of people, interested in kind of the legal aspect of the NFT combined with this kind of I don't know, this IP thing, which I don't know where this mosquito thing is going, but I think it's really more about him and his like legal expertise.
We'll
Yeah.
see how it
So
goes.
we'll see.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it was 0.001 mint, so it's like whatever. It's almost free.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. So and then the other thing that I bought was one iroiro. So Ito minted a little over a week ago, about a week ago. It was last weekend, huh? Was it? Yeah, it was last. Yeah, like last Thursday, Friday, like that around that time period.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then yeah, I bought one around 0.11 because I figured like it was really close to the mint price 0.07, and I figured like if it's gonna move up, it's already really close to the mint price. So I figured I'll just buy one. Like this thing is getting attention. Um, yeah, so far it is up. It's like 0.17. It went up over 0.2. We'll see, where it goes from here. But I know you've been keeping a close eye on this. Like, what do you have anything you want to share? Like, why has the floor been going up or anything like that?
Yeah, just a narrative. Like iroiro is like
The narrative. Mm-hmm.
narrative. Yeah, it's like related to somehow related to Red Bull. Like I saw the
Mm-hmm.
screenshot of Kiwi, like sending like emoji for Red Bull. And I don't know
Oh.
where the conversation took place, but I had a screenshot of that. And when the floor price was like point 0.1, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I didn't buy any, so that I can just study the how everything work, like how the narrative work in this space.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
saw people were like spreading narrative like a wildfire.
Yeah. About the Red Bull thing.
Yeah, about the Ripple thing, like, and then all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden, like, if people who is related to the iroiro started tweeting the picture with the Red Bull in the picture, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's like how everything worked, and it just double the flow price doubled like over like probably half a day or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just amazing. I just wanted to see how everything worked.
Yeah. It's interesting, right? Like I mean, and Dendeka then had a similar kind of thing where there was a rumor for a while, like first they said it's a Web 2 animation studio from Japan, but we can't say what it is. And then the rumor started going around, it's Toei, but it wasn't confirmed. And then finally, I think it was like a lot of people knew it's Toei, but nobody had confirmed it. And then at the beginning of February, I think it was right at the beginning, then they finally confirmed it. So if you can control attention by you know like implying these things, like you put the ideas in people's heads, then that gets people interested. So they start to say, but maybe it's Toy, maybe it's not Toy, maybe it's Red Bull, maybe it's not Red Bull. But they got to be doing something. Look, he just tweeted out an emoji or whatever. So it it's a strategy that works in Web 3. I mean,
Yeah,
if you can pull it off really well, it gets people talking.
yeah, yeah. It's yeah, you gotta be careful though. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, because you're gonna be
definitely.
easy liquidity for the people who's actually spreading it. They make the bag and they spread the alpha.
Yeah,
So
that's absolutely true. Yeah,
so you
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah, like that's why like I just watched.
yeah. No, yeah, you do have to be careful, and you know, it's like the classic like what is it? Buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So like everybody's like, oh, Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull, and then finally they confirm Red Bull, and maybe the price goes down after that. In the case of Toei and Den, I don't remember exactly what happened immediately after the announcement, but soon after, Dingaling got in and swept like 30 or 40, and then the floor went crazy like over 5 ETH. So in a way that was a little bit of an exception, but often what happens with these announcements is, the price goes up when the rumor starts, but then the price goes down when there's confirmation about what happens.
Yes, I just need to know when the price was actually the rumor was actually like priced in.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just watching how fast it spreads and how it affected the flow price and the volume. It was a
Right,
good
right, right.
it was a good project to study.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, I can't say anything about the floor price from here on out. It has calmed down a little bit, and that's generally how it is. After like 3, 4 days, things generally calm down unless you have more announcements or something to keep people interested. Uh, so we'll see what the team has next. I think they have some auctions for like one of ones or something like that coming up, or they're doing it. I don't know all the details. I have my one, and whatever happens, happens. I'm not too worried. I didn't buy it 0.2. I bought it like 0.1. So at least, it's I don't think euro is going to zero. But I don't know immediately, what's going to happen this week. Uh, so we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so then in terms of like more news kind of thing, recently CryptoNinja World had this problem with their contract. It was pretty crazy. So CryptoNinja World is the latest project by Start JPN, which is the group that put out the project Neo Stacky. And Neo Stacky did very well, launched in December, got over 3 ETH, and I haven't checked what it is today, but it went back down to like the 2 ETH area after Crypto Ninja World, because people sold after getting their whitelist or whatever for Crypto Ninja World. And then Crypto Ninja World launched. We've talked about it before, and blah blah blah. I'm not going to repeat everything we said, but the point is that they had a contract issue. So I learned about this from a community that I'm a part of called ABK. The founder over there, Fresh, he DM'd me and is like, "Oh man, we just found this issue in the contract. Please DM them, tell them." And so I DM'd Doni-chan and Kosei. I don't know if they found out from me or somebody else, but I did DM them right away, and I told them, it's like, please check this, because the problem was that they have this like burn mechanic in their thing, burn evolution, whatever, and they had left the burn option on somehow. And what happened is that anybody that had access that knew about this, that could do it the right way, like that understood programming, I guess, could burn any token. Just absolutely crazy, right? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if it's not yours. Like, you can burn somebody else's. And apparently, I was told that some were burned, in the floor, but then they shut it all down. And they yesterday, I think it was yesterday, they moved the contract and it went off, without a problem. So now everybody's on the new contract. And they acted very quickly, and they took care of that. The floor price is basically what it was right before this all started. It's like, I think it was in the low point threes, and it's basically exactly the same, but I think listings are quite a bit lower. So as far as I can tell, it seems that the community is still staying loyal to the project, and they're not just like totally dumping it and running away. So great for them. I'm glad they got that fixed, because that could have been a very big horrible thing that to happen. Yeah. So that's Crypto Ninja World, and then let's see. Another interesting thing that happened. I totally missed this, unfortunately. But Shadi is a new project. Well, a new collection, art collection by a Japanese crypto artist called Mera Takeru. You can find him at Mera_Takeru. That's Mera_Takeru. He's a long time crypto artist. He's done a lot of collections and work, and this collection, I wasn't aware he was doing it. I do have a few pieces that he put out of a collection last year, which was a free mint with AI art, and that one didn't get much attention at all. But this one has done crazy. Like, it's the top traded project yesterday in the Japanese market. I think like it did 180 ETH or something like that. And it's only 444 pieces, and it minted out for 0.044 for the either public or general whitelist, and then there was another whitelist which was a 0.022, I think. So, and then the floor went up to like over 0.3, maybe even 0.4, and it's calmed down into the 0.1s. So, I it was really nice to see that it was an artist led project, something that he did. It wasn't like some big project. It wasn't some Ikehaya thing. Like this thing is number one right now for yesterday in Japan. And it's just a nice change from the usual projects that you see at the top. It's just nice to see an artist, a one of one artist, get some attention in this way. So I was just happy for him. I've talked to him a couple times, and just good to see that it worked out for him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that one's Shari. That's Shari. And by the way, if you are curious about any of these projects, you can usually find them on nftranking.jp. That's where you get all the daily rankings for Japanese NFT projects. The daily volume and the just little various statistics. nftranking.jp. So yeah, that's basically what's been going on lately. Unless you have anything else, we can get into some of the new projects that I've come across. Anything else you want to add, Crypto?
As far as Japanese project?
Yeah, I mean, or Japan inspired is okay too. If you have anything you wanted to put in.
The Star Symphony just opened up the Discord, like probably
Okay.
yesterday. And the Saishu Mirai Shoujo is like really like popping.
Yeah.
Like I saw many grinders.
Doesn't surprise me.
Usual grinders. Like I remember those names. Yeah.
Yeah. So SMS is what many people, because it's kind of a difficult name to remember for non-Japanese speakers. SMS, and the Twitter handle is SAISHU MIRAI, Saishu Mirai. And the Saishu Mirai Shoujo, I just learned about this like maybe a week ago or so. It's doing very well in terms of the Twitter attention and people talking about it. There's I'm kind of impressed by this project. This is another, it seems like another kind of Web2 Japan company based backed company project. There's a lot of money being poured into this. It seems. They've got like two real world idols, these singer Gravure. Sorry, that's like Japanese English. Gravure is like a kind of like the sexy model.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Like swimsuit model kind of, like that kind of thing. And then like the singers basically. So there's two of them, these two models, and it's going to be. It appears, I was reading through their website, and my understanding is that it's a project that's going to be like real world idols, but also they're going to have like these virtual identities. And they're also, pairing this with an NFT collection, which the art, I rather like the art. I think it looks kind of nice. And the app, they're also developing an app for these characters. So it seems like they're also doing like an animated music video, and they're going to do like an actual live performance in July, I think. So there's a lot of money like being put into this, and the website looks nice and all that, and they've got a YouTube going on, and they're building all that out. I don't know what the hell is going to go on with the price, but I just know that it's getting a lot of attention. And it's pretty impressive to see how much investment is being put into some of these projects.
Do you know who's funding it?
I don't know, actually. I wasn't able to figure that out, but maybe that was just I overlooked that. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not too sure on that one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's pretty interesting, and there's quite a few of these like music / idol projects being developed. I know there's at least one or two other ones.
Kamitsubaki is another one.
Oh, Kamitsubaki has that. I didn't know Kamitsubaki had that angle too, like the idol music.
VTuber angle, I think.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, there's also quite a few VTuber type projects. So I think Japan, of course, that is more of a thing in Japan. Idols and VTubers, that's more popular in Japan than in some other parts of the world. So it makes sense that many of these projects are kind of focusing on that angle. and we'll see. I mean, I think that has a little bit more appeal to the Japanese side. But yeah, I don't know, like, because these projects are really pushing hard the global marketing. They're almost I think they're focusing more on the global market than Japan.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see like this total change from last year where the focus was Japan, 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 but now that you have the big companies coming in with the big marketing budgets, they're not wasting their time with only Japan. They're going straight for the global market.
Bigger pie, bigger share of the pie.
Exactly, yeah, and they can sell for more. The mint price can be higher, and then they can generate. I mean, if royalties are still a thing, they can generate the royalties from the trading on the secondary, and they can keep investing in this. I mean, I guess it's a good strategy. Hopefully, as long as they can build actual genuine interest in the project.
Yeah, I mean, it comes with the whole different sets of problem when you like try to
Yeah,
market towards the global market. Like
yeah.
for one, you're gonna get the grinders.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna
Yep.
say which country, but when you see those countries in the chat,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
kind of ruins the community.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
It's yeah. I mean, it's a reality, right? Like, because there's profits to be made here, and there are many countries in the world where even like $100 profit is a lot of money,
Yes, like
right?
yes.
So I totally understand why some of these individuals do that, and like if I was in that situation, maybe I'd be doing it too.
Yeah.
But the reality is that in order to build a project, like something that's going to last more than 1 week, you do have to have like that core community that is actually there because they believe in the long-term vision and they want to see this grow. And when you have people that are just there for like a $50 flip, that can put a lot of pressure on the project. And so exactly, yeah, when you market to the global community, then you have to deal with that other problem.
Yes, it's yeah.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it stresses me out too. And it
Yeah.
stresses everybody, even the traders. Like they hate those people
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
yeah, they're not bad people or anything. Just that they're
Yeah.
the point one ETH is worth one ETH to
Yeah.
them. So I understand if they want to flip, for such a
Yeah.
small amount.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. It's tough, man. It's tough, but yeah, that's how it is. Um, so the project that you mentioned
Mm.
too a little while ago was Six Town.
Yeah.
Uh, so this one is backed by Sony Music.
Yeah.
It seems. I don't know if like yeah they initiated it or how exactly it is, but Sony Music. I mean that's pretty damn big.
It
Uh,
is.
yeah. So Twitter is Six Town PR. You can find it at Six Town PR, the number Six Town PR. Do you know anything about this? Because you showed it. Was it
Yeah.
you? Yeah, I think it was you. Yeah, I think you showed it to me. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And I didn't really look into it too deeply aside from the fact that it's like, oh wow, this is still very early, and Sony's backing this. Like that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. That's
Anything you know about it?
yeah. I mean, Sony. I think Izumo is Sony's project, and Six Town is Sony Music's project, right? What I like about
Mm-hmm,
this Sony, the Six Town, is the
mm-hmm,
art studio that they're partnering up with. Like, if you look at their like website, it looks so professional. They do design for Nike, Dior, and all the high end brand. So they're
mm-hmm,
no joke. I just take a look at the website. You'll be like you'll
mm-hmm.
be like, oh, so bullish. I pay point 0.5 for this. Yeah.
Right, right, right.
Mm.
Is it a music focused thing?
That I don't know. All I know is
Mm-hmm,
the Twitter follows like 22 or 23 people, whatever. And one of them happened to
mm-hmm.
be my friend. And I called him up last night. I'm like, how the fuck is Six Sound following you? He's like, oh, I just met this guy from Sony Music and we talked about it and we just connected. I'm like, okay, so I guess you're not involved. So let me know if
Oh,
you
okay.
want when you talk to them next.
Yeah, man, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, I mean that's definitely one to watch. it's crazy. We talked about Izumo last week, I think, and or maybe the week before. I don't remember, but yeah, that's at Izumo official. I think that was the Twitter IZUMO official. And at the time, I think we weren't well, we couldn't say who it was, but I guess you know that it's Sony involved with that
Yeah, I
one.
think they just released
Um,
the sneak peek, like a Symbiogenesis,
mhm.
and the Izumo just released the sneak peek.
Oh, okay,
Have
okay.
you taken a
I'm
look?
looking on. Not yet. I'm just on their Twitter right now, but
Like
yeah, I haven't.
yeah, if you take a look at the Symbiogenesis, the hair is
Hmm.
like sticking out of the hat, and people are like kind of
Hmm.
like funning about it, like
Oh, really?
like if you just hold
Ah,
on, let me
fun.
find it.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to pin it up, you can do that. But yeah. So that one again, Izumo official at Izumo official. So this is one that people have been talking about and paying attention to, and I'm sure it's only going to keep growing as this goes on because it was kind of low key a little while ago, but not so much. It's only 6,000 so far, 6,500 followers. So
Yeah,
I don't think it's quite broken out quite yet.
yeah. I don't think they're what you call it that marketing hard. They're not like
Hmm.
collabing with others. Like it took Zero Chain 2 months to get to
Hmm.
3,000 followers because we
Yeah,
weren't doing the Web2 type of mass marketing or any type of collab.
yeah,
Yeah, because that's kind of
yeah,
frowned upon, in the
yeah,
in certain community that I'm targeting. So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, don't be basic. Don't go by the playbook. I like it. I
yeah,
like
yeah,
Izumo.
exactly.
I like the way they do it. Mm.
Mm. Yeah, like it when these projects like I mean same happened with Zeal Chain. Like I saw little by little, it was going up, but it was like 1,000, 2,000, three
Yeah,
thousand. In Web3, like that's nothing. That project isn't good. Like but and then once you guys got to a certain point and you started changing a little bit the content because you were getting more concrete, you were getting closer to opening the Discord. Then the followers came and you got to like what are you
like
now? Like with
20
the
20K.
yeah, exactly. And that happened like super fast. Like you went from like 3 to over 10,000
Yeah,
like really
to
fast,
like
right?
3 to 15,000 overnight. My phone was ringing like every 2 seconds. It was crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean when I think it's good. It's good to build like this slow and then the people that are interested, they'll find it and then, once the it becomes clear what it is, then, that naturally people will talk about it.
That's the key.
Yeah, yeah. Instead of like, you know, getting every single whitelist giveaway you can and blah blah blah, and then yeah, you're gonna boost up your numbers like that, but now you're getting just anybody that just wants the
Yeah,
whitelist, right? It's you're accelerating that flipper, like attraction. You don't need to do that.
yep.
If you have an interesting product, right? Like you do. I mean, Zeal Chain, I think there's an interesting, unique angle to what you guys are doing. And then Izumo, they have their own angle, and everybody has something interesting and unique. And if you do, I think naturally people are going to talk about
Yes, yes, for sure. Especially
it. Yeah.
Zilchin has multiple angles.
Hmm. Hmm.
We're not just PFP project. We have the Web2 backing. Like we are financed by Nihon Television, so we have money. We are not here to make money. Basically, we're here to
Hmm.
create the
Hmm.
new IP with the team from Nihon Television and Mr. Amano, who
Yeah.
is the legendary artist from like who designed the illustration for Final Fantasy.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we have
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
other the Web2 back project. They have amazing funding and amazing art studio or the animation studio, but they don't have this Amano and the
Hmm.
connection we
Hmm.
have. So just watch, you're gonna love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, oh, yeah. So, okay. So, and then one more that I
Mm-hmm.
found. Recently, somebody told me about this one. Tomogakuen.
Yeah,
I, this one's getting some good
is
attention.
it?
Tomo underscore. Yeah, I mean, it's getting attention. I don't know exactly all the details. But at Tomo underscore Gaku underscore N. So that's TOMO underscore GAKU underscore EN. So I don't know all the details to this
Oh, hold
one.
on. My
I mean,
friend could be the
yeah.
founder. Hold on. Sorry.
Oh, do you know?
Hold on.
Do you know
Yeah.
him? There's three founders.
Yeah. Let me just
Uh,
look it up.
check the website. There's a section there with the three founders. One guy is named JJ. Um, the other guy is Rezi, and then another person, I forgot the other person's name. Rezi or Kazi or something like that.
Do you
Um,
have a link to the website?
yeah, I can send it to you. So I will just say, so I just found out about this one the other day, and I just got a DM from one of the founders,
Hmm.
and we'll see if we can work something out, maybe a space or something, um, just to discuss what exactly the project is and what they're doing. But this seems to be another same kind of project where you have a Japanese company backing this, but it seems that the team launched a previous project already, which is Tokyo Mongs Hills Club,
Hmm.
uh, and that launched originally on a different chain called PLT. That's a Japanese chain apparently, and then they migrated to Ethereum very recently. Uh, and so that's it seems like that's their first project. I sent you the link to the website.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
If you look at the website, there is a list of the partners they're with, and
yeah.
a spam down is part of it. I just,
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Okay, so then you guys have had maybe like whitelist giveaways or
I
something.
think so.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So I will throw in the link in the comments here to the space. And yeah, so it does seem like there's quite a bit of money in this project. What I was reading is that this Tokyo Mongs Hills Club was done by this company called ComSeed Corporation, and they're a mobile game company in Japan. I didn't know about them. So I think that this is another project from the same team, this Tomogakuen. And if you look at their website, it's quite well done, and they have this preview trailer. It's all like 3D, like these cute kind of super deformed, kind of cute big head characters. It's a well produced like preview video, and they're planning to develop like an app and like this kind of social media kind of aspect to it. Probably like a game angle, I think, too, because you have this game connection. So one thing that they were doing was, for example, when they first started, they did this whole game thing. So if you go to the website, then you could have played a game, and you could have gotten whitelist. And apparently, like that thing, like it did really, really well. Like people were like just playing that game, of course, because they wanted the whitelist. And they they burned through it really quickly. They got all the whitelists, I guess, that were available via that method. So I think it's like close to 20,000 followers, I think. So it's getting attention, but I don't know all the details. And if I can, I may do a AMA with them,
Hmm.
and then we can dig a little bit deeper into this.
Yeah, anime sounds
But
fun.
yeah, there's quite a bit of funding in this one too, it seems. So that's really like the thing, like these last year for Japan was like, let's get something out. It's a lot of people that aren't like, big heads of companies or like big companies, whatever. It was, the like Neo Tokyo Punks was just, it was just an artist that started out, and he did this, and it worked out really well. Quite a few other projects, they were, artist led, and they built this community, and they've been able to make it this far, and they're still around and they're still building. But now you have a whole different approach, and as I've said before, up until now it used to be like, if you build in Japan, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to collab with Ikehaya because he can get you the good publicity and he can get you, all the attention. And if it works out, then he's going to be happy because it looks good on him, and you get a high floor price and trading and blah blah blah. But now we're getting these big projects that don't have to go to Ikehaya for help. They don't have to have him market. They're not interested in his sphere. They can do things their own way, and they can go straight to the global market. And so far it's going well. At the very least, they're getting a lot of attention, and the foreign market is liking this. They're paying attention. interested. We'll see what happens in 1 year. How many of these projects are still going to be very, very popular. But for now, this is kind of the big thing. People are paying attention to these Japanese company-backed projects. Yeah, and honestly, like I think it's refreshing. It's a nice change, to have a slightly different kind of project. These bigger projects that are doing things, in a more professional way, in a way, and I, I'm all for it. I like these little projects that come out of nowhere and these new creators. I like that too. But it's a refreshing change of pace, especially from the whole Crypto Ninja thing, which is like, okay, I get it. There's so many Crypto Ninja projects. I get it. It's like let's see something new. Yeah.
Yep.
So that is basically it. Aside from that, I mean, the only other thing that I can comment on, I think, is Momoguro, which is kind of a Japan-inspired project. Seems like that thing is doing very well. Everybody's talking about it. People are excited for it. People aren't really complaining about the high mint price, which I think is 0.22. I don't really hear much complaining about that. So it seems like it will do well. I did get whitelist for that. So I do plan on minting at the moment, unless something horrible happens between now and then. But yeah, you never know, right? Things can change in 10 minutes. But yeah, I mean, it looks interesting. The one thing that I will add is that the team can't pronounce the project's name. Like they did an AMA with Ikehaya like I don't know 5-6 days ago, and there were like 4 team members, and each one of them kept pronouncing like Momoguro a different way. So so I just found that so funny. Like I know you don't have to pronounce it perfectly, but at least come on guys, like make sure you're all pronouncing it the same way. So yeah, they were like Mama Guru, Mama Guru, Mama Guru. And then the Japanese people were all like Momoguro, 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 Momoguro. I was like, so what's the name? What's the name? How do you pronounce it?
Yeah.
But it's a proper company. It's an animation studio, and they've got big plans, and they have money to fund this, and so I understand why people are excited about it. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I have a tough time getting excited about like we're gonna make an animation, because you never know, like it's not gonna be actually successful. But what I can say is that they've done a good job marketing. They've really reached out to basically any like big person to do AMAs, and they're like, it's like this is the project that everybody's paying attention to, and if you can achieve that, that is amazing. Like you've done an amazing job with the marketing.
Yeah, meet of the week for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the making animation and all that. Like, what's the chance of making next Naruto on the first shot?
Exactly. Yeah.
But people are
that's the
like
thing. But yeah,
$1,200 for the whitelist for this.
I know. Yeah.
Right?
Crazy.
And then they announced the mint price and the fact you can mint 2.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I currently do plan to mint both. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, like I said, they've got a solid team, and hopefully they can build this out, and they've got enough believers. Because that it would suck if this is like just like, okay, floor immediately dumps to nothing, and I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, I hear the Family and the Spirit DAO is behind this as well. So.
Oh, okay. So that is that's a good thing. The Azuki community, when they get behind a project, they can really support it.
Yeah, I mean they are number one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. So that basically is it. Yeah, I'm not seeing any comments. So we'll leave it at that. We should be back next week with more. And by the way, if you're interested in more of my content, I do an English language space. Well, it's English and Japanese. Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. Japan time. That one's more fun, positive, lighthearted. Good vibes kind of space where we talk to Japanese artists and just people that come up, and we talk about their projects, and I translate into Japanese and English, and we go both ways. So if you're interested in that, that's Saturday morning, 10 a.m. I'm also going to be doing a space with a Japanese generative art artist. He's doing this really interesting project of like based on maps. It's called Electro City Movement. this isn't like you're gonna get rich off of this. This is just a passion project, and I hope it does well for him. But it's a passion project. He's a really nice guy. I've met him in Spaces. He lives in London. He's Japanese, but he's doing a master's in like geographic map studies or something like that. Really smart, cool, fun guy. And I just like him and his project, and it's pretty cool. I'm going to be doing an AMA with him on Thursday. What is it? Geez, it's Thursday 1 p.m. for me, so that would be Thursday 6 p.m. EST. Thursday 6 p.m. Japan. I mean Eastern Standard Time, I believe. Check my Tokyo Alpha HQ for that, but I'll retweet it very soon. So if you're interested in that, that's Thursday, and I am focusing on more AMAs and stuff with Japanese, both artists and bigger projects, because I can kind of translate to both sides. I'm trying to do that a little bit more. Neo Tokyo Punk's also coming soon. I'm going to do an AMA with Nico-san.
Oh, that
So,
sounds
yeah,
exciting. Oh my goodness.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think you're the only
I
one.
just interviewed him in Japanese,
Oh, you did?
and yeah, I just did that. That's coming out next week, but I'm also going to do it in English. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. He's such a nice guy, and I know him. I've interviewed him a couple times now, and I get along with him. So I think it'll be fun. All right, guys. So we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back next week. Crypto, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tony.